Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to explain integration rule. Let us revise this rule. Integration of a x power n dx. So the answer is we add 1 to the power and divide by the new power plus constant. This type of integration is called the indefinite integration because we have the constant c. Let us see example about this. For example, integration of 3x power negative 5 dx. So what is the answer? We add 1 to the power, negative 5 plus 1 negative 4. So it's 3x power negative 4 and divide by new power divided by negative 4 plus constant. Another example, integration of 5 over cubic root of x squared dx. How can we solve? First step, we have to simplify. We have to write x to the power. We have to write this as ax to the power. 5 is constant, so we write 5. Square root, remember that formula, nth root of x power m. So the power inside over outside. And so this x power 2 over 3. When we move it up, it becomes x power negative 2 over 3. Now we simplify the given. Do the same as the rule. What is the answer? We add 1 to the power. Negative 2 over 3 plus 1. Negative 2 over 3 plus 1 equals 1 over 3. So this is the power after we adding 1. So the answer is 5 x to the power 1 over 3 and divide by new power plus constant. You can simplify. So 5 divided by 1 over 3, it is 15. So the answer is 15 x power 1 over 3 plus constant. If you need to simplify more, this one becomes the cubic root of x. So it is 15 cubic root of x plus constant. Now we study rule number 1 in the second semester. So rule number 1. Integration of function to the power n, bracket to the power n. Multiply the derivative of inside bracket dx. So the answer is we add 1 to the power. Remember, this is the derivative function. This is the function and this is the derivative of the function. This is the main function. So the main function. So we add 1 to the power and divide by the new power plus constant. We don't write the derivative function. The derivative function. For example, integration of 3x minus 2 to the power 7 multiply 3 dx. Can you see? The derivative of 3x minus 2 is 3. So this is the derivative function. So the answer of this is we add 1 to the power. So it is 3x minus 2 to the power 8 and divide by new power plus constant. Okay. Another example, integration of square root of 3x minus 2 dx. Now, how can we solve this? First step, we change this to power. So the first step, we write this equals integration of 3x minus 2 to the power half dx. The second, what is the derivative of inside bracket? The derivative of 3x minus 2, it's 3. But we don't have 3. So what we do, we can multiply by 3. But now we change it, the question. If we divide outside by 3, it means we multiply by 1. So no change of question. Now we can apply the rule. So the answer is, this is the function and this is the derivative. So we add 1 to the power. So it's a 3x minus 2. Half plus 1, 1 and half, it means 3 over 2. Divided by 3 over 2. What about this 3? Don't write it. It is a derivative function. What about 1 or 1/3? You have to write it. Plus c. Now, we simplify. When you simplify, you flip, it's 1 over 3 over 2. It becomes 2 over 3. So finally, it's 2 over 9 when we simplify. Multiply 3x minus 2 power 3 over 2 plus c. You can simplify more. This is a square root, so we can write 2 over 9 square root of 3x minus 2 power 3 plus constant. Now we solve try by yourself 19 in future in mathematics. This is the question. So how can we decide which one is the function and which one is derivative of function? The derivative of function is lower grade than the main function. This bracket, it's power 4. But don't look at the power. We look at the degree of inside. So x squared, so this function of second degree, and this x power 1 of first degree. So this must be the derivative function. So this is the main function. Again, how can we decide which one is the main function? The function of higher degree, not higher power, higher degree. X squared 2x plus 3, this function of second degree. X power 1 plus 1, this function of first degree. So this is the derivative function. This is the main function. Now we differentiate this. So what is the derivative of this function? Derivative of this function, it's 2x plus 2. We can take 2 as a common factor. So it's 2x plus 1. Can you see? We have already x plus 1, but we don't have this 2. So what do? We multiply by 2 and outside divide by 2. So we rewrite this as 2x plus 1 multiply x squared plus 2x plus 3 to the power 4 dx, and outside we divide by 2. We add 1 to the power, so this is the function. We add 1 to its power, so x squared plus 2x plus 3 to the power 5 divided by 5. What about the derivative function? Don't write it, cancel it. What about half? You have to write it. Don't forget plus c. Simplify. 2 times 5, 10. So it's 1 over 10 bracket x squared plus 2x plus 3 to the power 5 plus constant. Now look at this example. Try by yourself 19 part B. First of all, we have to convert this to power and move it up. Why move it up? Because it is a square root. Okay, so the first step, we have to write this in the same as a rule. So it is integration. We put this in bracket. And this one, it's a power half. When we shift it up, it becomes a power negative half. So it's x squared plus x plus 5 to the power negative half dx. Now, which one is the main function? Of course, this is x squared, but this x power 1. So this is the main function. Differentiate the main function. D by dx equals 2x plus 1. Oh, this is the derivative function. Then, what is the answer? We add 1 to the power. So it becomes x squared plus x plus 5 to the power. Negative half plus 1, it's half. And divided by new power plus constant. 1 over half, it's 2. So the answer is 2. X squared plus x plus 5 power half plus constant. You can simplify more if you need. So it's 2 square root of x squared plus x plus 5 plus constant. Now we study rule number 2. Differentiation of e to the power f of x. Multiply the derivative of the power dx. The answer is e power f of x. For example, integration of e power 5x minus 2 multiply 5 dx. What is the answer of this? 5 is the derivative of the power, so the answer is e power 5x minus 2 plus constant. Remember, of course, here in the rule, this is plus constant. Okay? Now, another example. If it's like this, integration of e power 5x minus 2 dx. So, what is the derivative of the power? The derivative of the power is 5, but there is no 5, so we multiply by 5. And the outside divided by 5, it means we multiply it by 1. Then we can apply the rule. So the answer is e power 5x minus 2. This 5, we don't write it. It is the derivative function. But outside, we have to write plus constant. Exercise 8, we solve the question number 3, part E. What about this question? E power x squared. What is the derivative of x squared? Derivative of x squared, it's 2x. We have here x. By the way, if we don't have x, we can't do the integration. We can't multiply by x. We multiply by number, by constant. We don't multiply by variable. So the differentiation of the power, which is 2x, because we have only x, so we multiply by 2, and the outside divided by 2. Now we can apply the rule. So the answer is, this is the function, and this is the derivative of power. So it's e power x squared. What about half? We write half, but we don't write 2x, cancel. Plus what? Plus constant. Now we study rule number 3. Rule number 3, integration of f of x down, up, its derivative of the denominator, dx. So the answer is ln f of x plus constant. Now we need to understand what is the difference between rule number 1, that was rule number 1, integration of f of x to the power n multiply f of dash x dx. The answer was f of x to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus constant. What is the difference between rule number 3 and rule number 1? Here we have to put very important condition. N not equal negative 1. So, if the power of the denominator is 1, it means no power is 1, we apply rule number 3. If the power not equal 1, we apply rule number 1. Again, when we apply rule number 3, if the denominator of power 1, if no power in the denominator, but if there is any power down, not equal 1, we shift it up and we apply rule number 1. For example of this one, for example, integration 5 over 5x minus 3 dx. Can you see? Here. Okay. The derivative of 5x minus 3 is 5. So the answer is ln absolute value of 5x minus 3 plus constant. Why we said absolute value? Because ln cannot be negative. So we have to put absolute value. Now look at this question. It is fraction. No power in the denominator. It means the power is 1. What is the derivative of the denominator? E power 2x, its derivative is e power 2x multiplied by 2. But we have e power 2x, we don't have 2. So we need to multiply by 2 and outside divide by 2. Then we can apply rule number 3 because the numerator is derivative of denominator. So the answer is ln absolute value of e2x plus 1. Don't forget to write this half. Don't forget c. Why we write c in that type of integration? Because it's indefinite integration. Now we need to study, or we need to remember, what is the difference between indefinite integration and definite integration. For example, integration of 5x squared dx and integration of from 0 to 4, for example, 5x squared dx. What is the difference between the two types? This type is called the indefinite integration. This type is called the definite integration. Now we need to solve both of them. In this one, the integration, we add 1 to the power, divide by new power, but we have to write constant c. In this one, the derivative, integration of 5x squared is 5x cubed over 3, but we don't write plus c. We don't write plus c. We put the limits from 0 to 4. 4 is called the upper limit, 0 is called lower limit. So we replace x by 4 and replace x by 0 and make minus. So the answer is 5 bracket 4 power 3 over 3 minus 5 bracket 0 power 3 over 3. Now we can get the answer. Okay, by using the calculator, we can get this answer. The answer is 320 over 3. Now let us resolve, try by yourself 20. Part A, integration from 0 to 1 e power x. Integration of e power x is e power x. And the limit from 0 to 1. Replace x by 1 minus replace x by 0. E power 0 equals 1. So the answer is e minus 1. Which rule we use? Rule number 1, of course. So we simplify first, 0 to 2x. We change square root to bracket power, so it's 3x squared plus 2 to the power half dx. What is the derivative of that main function? This x power 2, this x power 1. The differentiation of 3x squared plus 2, it is 6x. But we have only x, so we multiply by 6. And outside divided by 6. Then we can apply the rule. So the answer is, this is the main function. So it's 3x squared plus 2 to the power half plus 1, 1 and a half, 3 over 2. And divided by 3 over 2. Don't write 6x, write 1 over 6. Don't write plus c. We put the limit, it's from 0 to 2. Simplify first. In simplest form, it's here 1 over 9. We use the calculator. And then this one here, it's 3x squared plus 2 to the power 3 over 2. Now it's a good idea to keep the number outside. But the limit here, it's from 0 to 2. What we do? Replace x by 2, replace x by 0, and make minus. So it's 1 over 9. 3 multiply 2 squared plus 2 all to the power 3 over 2 minus 3 multiply 0 squared plus 2 all to the power 3 over 2. Now we find this by using a calculator. The answer of inside bracket by using the calculator, it is 49.55. So multiply by 1 over 9. The answer approximately is 5.5. In part C, here, the power down, can you see? No power, it means the power 1. So we apply the third rule. What is the derivative of 3x plus 1? It's 3. We don't have here 3. So we multiply 3 and outside divide by 3. So the answer is ln 3x plus 1. We don't write plus c. And remember 1 over 3 outside. And remember to put the limit. It's from 1 to 4. Now replace x by 4, replace x by 1 and make minus. So it's 1 over 3 ln 3 times 4 plus 1 minus ln 3 times 1 plus 1. Then we use the calculator to calculate this one. By using the calculator, inside bracket it's 1.17, outside it's multiplied by third. So multiply by 1 over 3. So the final answer approximately 0.39. I hope you understand this lesson. Thank you.